Hi, everybody. Yeah, it's Wednesday, the 25th of September, 2024. Remember the legal stuff. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient psychic, so everything is for entertainment purposes only. So please do your own research, form your own opinions, disclaimers down in the box. Um, let's just get going on it. Uh, we all know this week there's that big meeting happening in New York City pertaining to at the UN buildings. Well, yeah, it's like Henry was there along with his uh how do I put this? Yeah, the Queen of the Belgians was there to keep an eye on him, and a lot of other people like idiot Soros. I guess he's now picked up a bunch of radio stations, which is kind of questionable. I mean, FCC regulations, I mean, somebody needs to look into that. Um, this morning, Meryl Streep was giving a speech, literally letting people know what has happened to the women in Afghanistan. I mean, they had so many rights, but Tehran, has taken them all away, and that's Tehran's plan for every other female across the globe. If we don't start raising our voices and telling these other women, ditch the hijab, ditch the niqab, ditch everything. If you're going to follow that misogynistic bullshit, then move back across the pond or across the sea. Yeah. And now we've got little stupid Greta Thunberg somehow in her twisted mind, she's connecting the stuff going on in the Middle East to climate change. I'm like, you know what? That kid is dumber than a box of rocks. Let's fly her over here and have her sit for an ACT test or an SAT. Let's see what she scores. I bet she couldn't even pass a general knowledge test. She's nothing but a yucky puppet. And who are her real puppet masters? Who programs her to go through this shit? I mean, a lot of stuff is popping up, and it's getting ridiculous. And like I've been saying, now Lebanon, the UK has finally said to its citizens, get the hell out of Dodge in Lebanon. I go, I've been saying this since January. Now the governments are finally saying it. I'm like, hey, as soon as that shit kicked off last October, yeah, anyone who had a passport to get out should have. And they're all having kitten fits because, yeah, it's they're believing the propaganda. Yeah, like I said, Soros is buying up all sorts of radio stations, which is basically illegal. I mean, there's FCC communication rules about monopolies and stuff. Well, it's time that maybe Comcast. I mean, they own how many dis information? I mean, they're one of the largest cable internet providers, cable TV stuff. They can censor whatever they put out on their cable network, on their cable TV stuff. Think about it. Comcast owns NBC Universal. Start looking at the food chain. The guys who are running Comcast, not only do they condone the discrimination of women on a lot of their projects, on a lot of their productions, but they decide what information goes out to the general public. Are you going to believe what the boardroom of Comcast is trying to ram down your throat? I mean, the mouse owns one network, and we saw what kind of fiasco that was with the debate. I mean, the mouse is run by the Kennedy clan, and we know that they hate their brother who said F you to your bullshit. So, of course, anybody who doesn't agree with the new Democrats, who are basically communists, socialists, Hey, if you don't agree with their woke ideology, you're going to be in their eyes, discredited. But yeah, people are starting to wake up now. I guess Visa Corp, the credit card company, people are starting now to go after them because, oh my gosh, hey, remember when it was Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and there was Diners Club and then Discover Card? There were like only a couple major credit card companies. And the hardest card to get was Sears, but that was morphed into Discover. Well, people are now having fits because Visa has the stronghold on like the credit card processing software. Well, duh. They've been watching what we've been spending since what? Credit cards kicked off in the 1950s? Yeah, they've been tracking our sales, tracking our purchases. And now people are waking up. Hey, why do you think, instead of those voucher things, like the little coupons that they used to give out back for food stamps, Link, Snap? No, now it's a plastic card so they can track all our purchases and decide what people are purchasing, whether it's healthy food or not. Exactly. The Big Brother is already here. They're watching us on so many things. I mean, they're watching everything we do online. It all gets fed back to a master computer. But people need to, I know it's so many have to wake up. I mean, this Greta chick, let's sit her down and ask her some serious questions. Watch. She wouldn't be able to answer. Okay, one person out of Hollywood, Meryl Streep. Yeah, she's standing up for women. But she's not getting the same publicity as all the other idiots. Soros buying up shit? Hey, start asking questions. Another thing that I noticed, you do realize that about 1/3 of our U.S. Navy is sitting in the Mediterranean Sea. Think about it. How wide is it from Gibraltar to the continent of Africa? It's basically less than 20 miles. That is so easy to blockade. Hey, Biden, it's a strategic move on Barry's point to basically 30% of the U.S. Navy to hold captive in the Mediterranean Sea. That's kind of like what FDR did in Pearl Harbor, put all our ships in one place. Yeah, it's Barry's maneuver. They watch December 7th may be a repeat. December 7th of 24 may be a repeat of 41, if not sooner. Because we know that Iran and all the servers being held in Shiite countries. Tehran knows everything that's going on. So anyone who's using that T-gram shit, duh, your information is in the hands of the Shiite idiots in Tehran. Definitely. And now it's like, we know Tehran wants Donald out of the picture permanently. Yeah. And people are having fits. Oh, they're saying Vlad is selling stuff down to certain puppets of Tehran. Well, how do you know that's the stuff he's sending down isn't plugged into another system that will do the same thing like with the boom boom beepers? Remember, Vlad's old KGB. Yeah. And we know the Z guy toured a munitions factory in Pennsylvania. Big mistake. Real big mistake. But in the meantime, we've got this P. Diddy shit. Okay. The Democrats use Hollywood Well, because there's so much shit being done by Barry Sotero and his buddies, they had to create a massive smoke screen to get everybody's focus off the shit that Barry and his buddies are doing. So of course, now that their little pup, so now their sacrificial lamb is their little minion, Sean Combs. Everyone that was like tight and following the good Democrat bullshit and playing in their sick parties, it's all blowing up in their faces. It's Barry's way of hiding what's really happening. Okay, we've got Georgie Porgy buying up media. We've basically have 30% of our U.S. Navy hostage. Barry's depleted our military supply stockpile and giving it all to the Z guy. He's assisting Tehran because that's who he idolizes. It's just gonna get a lot more fireworks are gonna go off before Guy Fawkes Day. I mean, people are having a shit fit by saying, because Donald called out John Deere Corp, saying, well, if you move your shit down to Mexico in 26, you're going to get a 200% tariff. People, wake up. John Deere Corp, their headquarters, is in the Quad Cities. It's in Moline, Illinois. Take a look at the state of Illinois. Basically, all the congressional delegates are in the Chicago area being run by Baboon Johnson and his little idiots. The rest of the state, Pugsley Putzker, the fat blue Jew that if 19C was so harmful to people, why isn't he 6 feet under? I mean, the dude's put on at least 100 pounds since 2019. Look at his fat gut. He's a walking pig. So make sure you keep boycotting Hyatt hotels, every single one worldwide. Yeah. John Deere, the reason why why the company's getting the heck out of Dodge is that because of Pugsley Putzker and assholes like Jan Schakowsky and Dumbo Delia, Sean Castaway, Baboon Johnson. Yeah. Because, okay, so yeah, Moline's blue, but you go 20 miles out of the city, it's blood red. Yeah. Springfield's blue, St. Louis is blue, Chicago's blue, the Quad Cities are blue. Everything else in Illinois, it's blood red. And we don't like being told what we can and cannot do by a bunch of puppets of Barry Sotero. Yeah. I mean, even now, some people are starting to turn on themselves. Manchin, I mean, who would have said it? He's now deciding to not support Cammy Poop. Because Cammy Poop, who is such a freaking hypocrite and is so fucking stupid, she says she's going to end the ability to filibuster in Congress, in the Senate. What in hell do you think she's doing? Her frickin' word salad that she spits out every time she's asked a question, that fits the definition of filibuster. She can do it, but nobody else will be allowed to do it. Joe Manchin basically is starting the little snowball going down the mountain. He's the start of the avalanche. Big time. Big time avalanche. And you know what? The other thing I spotted, and it's real quiet, start keeping your eyes on the China, Burma, India little area over there. Because, okay, Burma, Myanmar. Yeah, Burma, Myanmar is a freaking mess right now. Who knows what really is going on there? But let's put it this way. We've got to keep supporting India as a free Hindu nation. Keep the Shiite out of there. Because whoever controls the hump, and I'm talking the China-Burma hump that my dad flew supplies over back in the 1940s, and that's that China-Burma-India section. Whoever controls the hump, Mount Everest, controls Asia. Right now, India still has the stronghold on it, and we have to keep supporting our friends in and from India. They booted out the assholes. That's why they did that separation of the 2 Pakistans and the 1 Bangladesh. And I see some idiots going, "Oh, I'm India and I'm vacationing in Bangladesh." I go, "Well then, if that's where you're vacationing, stay there, moron." Yeah, whoever controls the hump controls Southeast Asia. So, hey, find out which stores are owned by Hindus. Support them. That's what I do. I try to avoid certain others. And, yeah. Well, hey. Go on. Go listen to Meryl Streep. Listen to what she says. It'll wake up a lot of people. Because you know what? Back in Afghanistan, the women there had the right to vote. Before the women in England, America, several other European countries. And there's a couple other former Soviet satellite countries that have completely banned certain mandates of Khomeini's Islam. Yeah. This is what we're up against. Way back when, yeah, we had basically Khomeini idolized Adolf and wants to continue. And they want to subjugate every single woman worldwide. So, ladies, those of you who burned your bras in the 70s, and those that are fighting for equal rights, time to tell. If you see a chick wearing an abaya or a niqab, tell her to take it off. Tell her to take them off or move back across the pond or across the sea. We don't need idiot females like you ruining our lives. Okay, that's my rant for today. Everyone have a good Wednesday. I'll have something up probably on Friday. And yeah, I appreciate those who keep coming back to watch what I have to say. And yeah, if you want to buy me a coffee or cream soda, I appreciate it. Or if you want to join the membership, and basically it's like instead of paying for a reading all up in one chunk, it's like spread out monthly. Easy payments, easy payment plan. But yeah, it's like right now we've got to keep our eyes on the China-Burma hump area. India. Make sure to support our friends in India. They're saying Vlad's selling stuff down to Yemen. Yeah, what he sends down there probably has a remote detonator in it. That's how smart he is. And we know Tehran wants to get rid of Donald because Donald doesn't put up with their crap. So we're going to see the stuff that they're putting up with Diddy to scare everybody. It's basically going to blow up in their faces. People are going to wake up because it's all a smokescreen. And when we hear finally what is going on in New York City right now, people are going to be appalled. The decisions that they're making. And yeah, the old LBJ Democrats are going to start eating the young. I mean, even Bernie Sanders is making sense. It's the next month. Not only are we going to have wild weather with storms, a lot of storms are going to be coming through, hurricanes and so forth. There's one on the West Coast right now. There's one coming up through the Gulf. Remember, Mother Nature, the universe, uses water to wash away the evil. And when the water hits and Barry does nothing, their little mastermind plan is going to will fall apart because they will be doing nothing to help people with flood damage. Because all the money's going to support the invading army. That's what I've got coming in from the universe today. Everybody, thank you for watching. Have a good day and everything, and something else. I'll throw up another video on Friday.